alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are now in the second part in lesson number 3, and we start Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim wa bis-salah ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Last time we talked about the direction of the sound in the mouth regarding each letter, and we found out that the letters are divided into different categories. There are letters that are heavy and there are letters that are light in the pronunciation because of the difference in the direction of their sounds. Here we have some ayahs from Surah At-Tur, okay? And I got this so that we can, have this practical part also, because this, as I mentioned last time, I'm not sure, this program is theoretical, but it's also practical. How can it be practical when I'm just, giving the lecture? That you say after me, okay? I want you to say after me. When I say, for example, experience this letter in your mouth, or try to see if this letter really can be extended or not, and so on, then try to do it with me so that you have this, practical understanding of the characteristics of the articulations and so on. And something out of experience. In this way, you are not going to forget and you're going to remember. And if you are a teacher with your students, you will have this ability to correct, to immediately know where is the mistake, and you just, know how to correct it immediately because of this practical part. So here are the letters, Khusadatin Qadh, okay? And I think I mentioned regarding the Ra and regarding the Lam, these are also heavy letters, but not at all times. So we are not going to talk about them for the time being. Now let's have a look here. We have Wa-Tur, okay? Wa-Tur. Now, I want you to see, just have a minute, look at those ayahs, those 6 ayahs, and point out where are the heavy letters. Okay, now the heavy letters are the ones where you can look upwards, you can look upwards and just point them out. But we can also experience and see. First of all, if the waw here, if I ask you, the wa, is it a heavy letter? Does the sound of this letter rises upwards? Do we say wa, wa, or do we say wa, wa? Yes, the second one is more correct. So this means that this letter, its sound does not rise and strikes on the upper palate, although this letter and the dhamma, they tend to be heavy, to sound heavy. They tend. It's so easy to say wa, tu, tur. You see, I pronounced all the letters heavy, but this is not correct. So you as a teacher, or you as a student who understands these things and experienced it, you know that this pronunciation is not correct. Why? Because this wow is not one of those 7 letters, so its sound should not strike, should not go upwards, striking in the upper palate. And you can find some letters where the rare tongue, it goes upwards. Isn't this one of the 3 main specifications regarding the al-huruf al-musta'liya? Yes. But one of them is not enough to say that this is a heavy letter, okay? So we have to correct our pronunciation and say we, and listen to yourself and say well. Now this one is one of the heavy letters. It's a ta shadda. So what we are going to do is we're going to pronounce a ta sukoon and a ta dhamma. Is the ta one of the strong letters where the makhraj closes totally? Yes, it's one of them. So we say well. This is the sukoon ta, but you cannot hear it because the makhraj totally closed. Well, tu, well, tu. This is the dhamma. Now here we have harf mad. We have a mad letter, lengthened letter, mad al-tabi'i. But because that we are going to stop here, it's mad arid lis-sukoon. And we agreed to make them 4. This is something else. We are not going to talk about it now. But is the wow heavy? No. So just be careful not to say to. It's not like this. It's just to and go down with the wow. Well, tur, and go up with the ra. Why is the ra heavy? It's one of the heavy letters at this moment because of the dhamma that preceded it, okay, in the ta. Let's move forward. If I connect, it's going to be a light letter, okay? Well, turi wa kitabim, okay? Now, wa kitabim mastur. Now here, some people would say وَكِتَابٍ مَّسْطُورٍ. What did I do? I made the meme heavy. I pronounced it heavy, the sin heavy, because I'm getting ready to the ta and the ra. So I took the wow with me also. Okay, so just be careful. It's وَكِتَابٍ mastur, okay? And then fi, here it's a ra heavy. Fi ra qim, don't say ma. Fi ra qim manshur, but this ra is heavy. Manshur, end it with a heavy ra, okay? So don't say manshur. And then wal baytil ma'mur. It's the same thing here. Or they end with a heavy ra, all of them, okay? But don't say wal baytil ma'mur, more. And then don't say was-saqfi, because this scene, what is it? It's a light letter. So it's wassa. The qaf is heavy. We know it's one of these letters, and the sound of the qaf strikes against the upper palate. But what about the sin? No, it's just like the kaf, like the example of the kaf. So it's was-saqfil marfu'. And then don't say wal bah. So when I do all these mistakes, this means that what I am doing is that I am heading the sound towards the upper palate, making it, and it sounds like as though it's a heavy letter. It's I'm causing an echo in the mouth. Although it's a ba, I say wal bah. In the Egyptian local language, we say bah, okay? So, and it's affecting, it's affecting us, of course, in reading the Quran. So, wal bahril, and also here, the sin and the jim. Don't say al-masjur, because none of these is heavy except the ra. Okay, so the idea is here that sometimes we do cause this sound direction in the mouth that at the end causes this letter to be heavy sound. It sounds as though it's a heavy letter. Okay, so what do? We treat it in a proper manner where the sound just flows outside the mouth and does not strikes in the upper palate. Okay, so this was one of the examples that I wanted to show you. Now, it's just a reminder here. The first angle was, is the sound of the letter capable to be lengthened? And what did we come with? We come with that there are characteristics, shadida, hard, bainiya, in between, and rikhwa, okay, soft. And the second angle was, okay, we examined the letters and regarding the sound direction in the mouth while the letter is pronounced, and we found that there are two groups of letters. One group is the heavy huruf musta'liya and the other group is huruf mustafila. Now the third angle that we are going to also examine regarding the letters, and this is there any running of the air accompanied with the sound of the letter? Is there any air accompanied? For example, if I say f, ash, ah, is there air accompanied or not? And look at this with the sound. Is there running of air accompanied with the sound of the letter? So this cannot be with huruf shadida, strong letters, or can it be? Can the letter have some running air while it is strong, while the makhraj closes, or not? Question here. Next time, inshallah, we are going to do some exercises, experience some letters, and we are going to answer these questions. What are the letters? Regarding the third angle, is there any running of air accompanied with the sound of the letters, or what? I'll see you in the next recording, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.